I do write down every time the campaign comes in the month. So I go through the whole thing yearly. I'm like, you made a lot of money, but you wasted it. I know it's exciting as you're starting because you just want to be seen. You want to be seen working with this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. When you start working with brands, don't be a brand whore. Like,
child, she said it. Okay, she's just dropping these bars today.
Remember that not every video is going to do whatever you think it's going to do.
Amen. Welcome back. Welcome back to Creator Conversations. It's your girl, Miss Rose, the influencer sister. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Tabaki subscribe. If you're here on YouTube, if you're watching, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, share it with your friends, family, friends, content creators, upcoming experts, brands, all of those people. Share it with them so that we can grow our community. That cash prize is still up for grabs, but subscribers come to the front. Even we have another giveaway. But today, episode 1 of season 2. Second lady seasons. My team let me know they're like season 2. So up and up. Today, my guest. My guest. Because wow, we just out here. Welcome to Mpho. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Anne?
Yes.
So it's been, I think we first met when I was still working at Influential.
Yes.
And we were kind of doing campaigns and all of that. Yeah. Tell us about like your content creation journey. Why did you start creating content to begin with?
Okay, so when I started, it didn't have labels on it. It was just for fun. Because I remember I started when the app TikTok was Musical.ly. It was just for fun, like doing fun things. I didn't see when it transformed from Musical.ly to upgraded to TikTok.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, it was just that. And then the next thing, they're calling us for meetings. I'm like,
What's going on? And then that time, there are people that want to be trending and going viral. They didn't even know that it was Musical.ly first. People have been grinding from the start.
From the start. So, yeah.
And how would you say your content has changed from when you started to now? Because, this girl is finishing us with these transitions. Yeah. You will see those transitions.
Okay, when I started, obviously, because I didn't understand what was going on, and then they had to teach us about niches and stuff. You need to have your focus. So for me, I was creating mostly like everything, was that memes, whatever's trending on the app. The one thing I can't do is dance. But then I was like, I think I like fashion more, but I was doing it not, fully.
Not fully.
Yes, but as I was growing as a content creator, then I was like, I can't relate to the dance and other things now. It's not working. So let me just dive to my fashion
Let
part.
me just stick to what I know. Yes. So with that said, so you would say then the content that you create is more structured rather than spontaneous?
Now. Okay. I think now I have to put more thought. Then it was just a matter of just putting the camera.
You were just vibing, lighting, nothing, everything.
Next zero.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And okay, let's talk about when you first landed your first paid collaboration. Yes. When was that and how was that for you?
Which year was that? I think
listen to these people counting. When was it?
I think it was 2020 and my first brand was Netflix.
I love that.
And because I remember when this lady was like, send us your rates and stuff. And that time, you don't even know your worth. Yeah. You're not there yet. I remember quoting them like 16,000.
Okay.
And I'm like, they won't come back. So she kept quiet. I'm like, shh.
It's gone.
Now I was not sure about the amount.
1600. It's fine.
I was not sure about the amount by the time. Yeah. And then I'm like, I followed up. I was just like, I just want to follow up, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, no, we're cool. How? I'm like, I should have done more then. Yeah. So when I started learning about like your worth and everything. Yeah. But then at least I feel like you transform as you go. For me, there it was fine. Because I remember when that money enters my account, I called my friend. I was like,
they paid it for real,
for real. Yeah, they paid the money
we are rich.
They paid the money. Rich. So yes.
Yeah.
That was my first campaign.
That was your first campaign. What do you think, how when you look at the content that you do now and maybe the collaborations that you do now, what would you think you would improve on that first collaboration?
I would say I don't think anything because
Mm-hmm.
that campaign, it did align with the vibrant type of person I want to be on the app. And because I think it was, they were promoting, what's this series? Blood and Water. So for
Okay.
me,
Yeah,
it
it
did
was
align.
young
It's
and it's,
more
yeah,
young and
fashion.
vibrant.
Yeah.
Yes. So no, I don't think
You
anything.
wouldn't change anything.
No.
What do you think are some of the mistakes that you made, not just with that collaboration, sort of with your first initial collaborations? What mistakes do you think you made versus some of the things that you know now?
Like in terms of creating, or
Yeah,
just in page.
creating everything. So I think because a lot of creators that are watching and that know you and follow you, would have seen your journey,
Yeah.
right? So some of them want to know, some of maybe the mistakes that they're making right now as they're starting out, versus what they can do better to kind of improve themselves.
Okay, I wouldn't attach it to that campaign specifically, but as I was growing, I think mostly like just taking anything as it comes, like being too excited to work with brands that you don't also like check if the brand you're working with is gonna help you grow. And
Yeah.
another thing was, I think, saving money from my side, because I do write down every time the campaign comes in the month. So I go through the whole thing yearly. I'm like, go, you made a lot of money, but you wasted it. So I feel like those are some of the things that maybe the mistakes I made from my side, which at this point I don't make them anymore. And also like just taking any brand just because I want to work with brands. I know it's exciting as you're starting because you just want to be seen. You want to be seen working with this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Because then I didn't feel bad working with fashion brand, like posting today, tomorrow, and the next day, same fashion, like different fashion brands.
Yeah.
But now, yes, I understand that. No, I can't do that
You can't.
for myself. I
you
really cannot.
Can't. It's not.
No.
I've been trying to explain it that you can't just take every single deal that comes to you.
We have to wait.
You've said such an important thing about working with brands that align for you.
Yes.
How do you think that other creators can really, really just zone into that in working with brands that align to them?
I think now, since it's a lot of us, maybe reaching out to the brands that you feel like you want to work with. Like, for example, if it's fashion, you go to the fashion brands. Because I remember this one time, for example, with Fluential, you don't get to know what the brief is before you work. I remember having to do an alcohol campaign, right? Because I didn't know. For me, it's this brand. When the brief comes, hectic. No. But I'm already, in there. So research also and don't break your neck just because you want to impress a brand. Because at the same time, you need to be happy promoting the brand.
Yeah.
People need to see that this person really loves the brand.
They do.
Yes.
Because your voice needs to align with what the brand is saying. And also, you've said an important thing is that creators don't keep in mind is that after that, we're still going to remember you from that brand.
That's another thing. Because I have an experience where, someone reached out.
Yeah.
I remember I was on vacation and then they were offering, like, the amount was really big.
Yeah.
So they wanted me to promote this specific person, so I won't mention names.
Yes.
So I'm like, good. I was not following the news like that, right?
Yeah.
I remember posting on TikTok and my friend came to me, was like, what are you doing? What do you mean? So that's when I ran. Then I went online. I'm like, oh shit. It might not work now, but later on people will be like, you are, no.
Yeah, they're going to remember you for that.
Me. So I had to talk to that lady. I'm like, I know, what, this one, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
We have to scrape it out. The money was good, but
you had to give it back.
Yeah, I had to. No, at least they pay after.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You had to send that bag back. And that's a painful thing. But I think you've said a very, very important thing is that I think a lot of upcoming creators don't keep in mind that not every brand is going to align to you. And you don't have to take every brand campaign that comes along because you're thinking that it's going to help you or, So let's talk about how do you then find the balance? For example, some of the brands, maybe they align to you.
Yes.
But the brief is not make sure.
Okay.
So how do you balance your authentic voice and what the brand is thinking that's their authentic voice?
Yeah, I think that's a tough one because I've experienced something like that where the brand came. We love the brand, it's so fun. Like everything was fine. The problem was then the client seems like they didn't have, like you do something out of your own self. When I reshoot, just know that cut, I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Yes. So at first, yes, you'll show your authentic self, and the brand is like, I want you to say this. So now you are taking me out of who
Yourself,
I am, and you're giving me a script that I'm supposed to read. It's difficult, and mostly when you already signed the thing, you just need to just do it and let it go.
You must read the terms and conditions.
We do.
And then what happens?
We just,
And then the
because I
brief
know,
surprises you.
yeah, the brief surprises you.
I think
But
you've said an important thing. Don't lose your chain of thought. You've said an important thing is that research. And I preach research on here. But I think if you dig deep enough, maybe there's those handfuls that will really surprise you, like where they ask you to do strange things or whatever. But if you do enough deep research, for example, you go back to the kind of stuff that they put on their website, and even compare the television commercials. Then when you see the advert versus what you do on social media, just leave a little room. Just open a little bit of space for them when they say, no, we want you to stand behind the counter, and you're like, what? I don't do that. That's not my content. So I think research is actually very, very important. How do you think that, have you seen some of that stuff, when a brand maybe asks you to do things that are not authentically you, how it affects your engagement? Because people obviously resonate with your content. So how do you find that balance?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Because another thing, like for example, I'll go back to the fact that sometimes we take campaigns without knowing the brief, right?
Yeah.
I had one where I was supposed to dance. I remember Bongani, he's my videographer.
Yes.
We
love Bongani. We had Bongani. Love him so much.
We had a rough day shooting this campaign because I was so mad that why would you put me in such a thing when you said you went through my Instagram?
Yeah. I've never danced.
Yes, and now to put me in, you wanna say, okay, when you're dancing, change clothes.
But I don't dance.
But I don't dance. And then when I posted that,
I remember. I might have booked you guys on something like that.
I don't know.
I think I might have. So you say that there might have been a campaign and... Okay.
Rose.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think for me, particularly, so it was a travel campaign. Again, also, I probably won't mention the names, but it was a travel campaign, and we wanted to do transitions between like either different seasons or different cities.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember Whitney. I'm sorry. I remember her being like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, Kopali transition." And she's like, "Me?"
Exactly.
Okay.
Guys, and also, you said you love my stuff.
Yeah, and that's not what I do.
And people do see, because they do comment and be like,
what's going on?
And also you will see how people are not fully engaging with your stuff because it's not who you are.
Yeah.
And Luana, you can show, because some of the things like dance, I cannot pretend. Guys, I cannot pretend.
Yeah.
Give me clothes. Let me transition to something. Let me fly them over. It's fine.
Because one thing about this girl, she will transition. The other day I was like, man. You can't even see. Is she in the house? Is she in the passage? Where is she going?
See?
Yeah.
And I'm happy doing those.
Anne, tell me about how you balance. I've been asking you so many questions about balancing, but like making sure that like your audience, enjoy. Okay, the balance between you doing what you enjoy doing and what your audience says they enjoy.
Okay, I believe now they enjoy my fashion content. Yeah, because most of the stuff, when I post fashion, I try to post something that a lot of people are not wearing so that people can see. Because I'm one person, when I shop through a whole doll. So I will go to maybe Mr. Price.
I thought I was the only one. I feel so much better. You see, when a fashionista is saying it, I feel so much better. Because one thing about me, I don't know how to dress. Like, guys, let me tell you, you see the clothes that I've been wearing on this podcast, I saw it on a mannequin like this. I'm like, kopa hempe kopa borokgobo, kopa ditlhako tse, ordinary ditlhako tse, I'll make it work. I don't know how to dress.
I literally will undress the doll.
Really?
Because I want the whole outfit. Yeah, that's how I shop. So I believe that I want people to see themselves through me wearing it. So you don't have to go and make a mistake in the shop. So just see and say, oh, it's gonna fit me or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, they love it. They engage well, and they be like, oh, I'm gonna wear that. What time? Yeah, I didn't know that works.
Anne?
Yes.
The other day I saw you wearing ties.
Oh,
I will just leave it. Those ties. I was like, this is. I'm like, so the way that my body is set up.
Oh.
Maybe the saka tuku, goba ditukwana. Yeah. Or dituku or something. We'll figure it out. Tell me about when you're stuck. Where do you find inspiration?
Pinterest.
Guys, God bless Pinterest, for real, for real.
Like,
whoever started Pinterest, you are the girl.
Pinterest.
We appreciate
and I
you.
also go through like some fashion dailies and see, but not all of them. Like, I love the type of fashion, but some I do. I'll go through and see if I can put stuff together. So watching it actually like unblock my creativity sometimes.
The creative juices. No matter how many TikToks I look at, I have a whole Pinterest board full of beautiful women dressed beautifully. I can't put it together. I can't figure it out, but you know what? I'll figure it out. So let's talk about deeper than what you see in terms of, let's talk about your inspiration. What keeps you going, especially through, mental health, as a content creator, always having to be transitioning and smiling and you working and there's a lot happening. How do you navigate that?
For me, God.
Ne?
Yeah, because
shout out Jesus Christ for real. Yo.
Because I feel like I used to have a lot of my body will decline.
Yeah.
Because I have like a 9 to 5. Now I have school. Now I have content creation. And all these things need attention because I don't want to leave any of them. So I will literally tell God how I want the whole thing to go. And it always works out for me.
Yeah.
Right? Because when I have to do my fashion content, when I have to do my work and when I have to do my school, I put my 100% in everything.
Yeah.
That's when I know that that's beyond my own ability. Because I sleep, guys. Like I was telling you.
No, because she said she was sleeping before she came here. I almost got mad, but I didn't. I can't. Jesus Christ stepped in and said, "Don't be mad. She's just a baby girl." Because what do you mean she sleeps? I wish I could sleep. But no, I hear you. I think what advice would you give to creators in terms of trying to find that balance? Because obviously, I think people really get stuck in it, especially when it's maybe your main source of income or your extra source of income that you really, really need on top of your main source of income. But like really finding the balance, because like mental health is really real around creators, especially because most creators are introverts.
Oh, yo.
Including me.
We are
about
on
me.
Camera, but in real life.
You just sit it down, you're like, after this, I never.
No. One thing I would say is, if you feel tired, just take a break. I know, like, it sounds cliche, maybe when you say to someone who has content creation as the main source of income, because if you take a break, then what?
Yeah.
Right? And also, guys, your space, like your breathing space matters.
Yeah.
Your followers won't forget you.
They will.
And also, I'm one person. People always thought every day, my colleagues thought, when I get home, I'm filming. No, I will literally set a day, like a Saturday, and film almost everything, right?
You guys thought I don't know what I'm talking about. Exactly. I said to you, batch creating.
Batch creating, and then I post throughout. Then you can get to rest yourself. That's why I'm saying I was sleeping.
Yeah.
But you find that tomorrow I'm posting a content. Where did I shoot it?
But people are thinking you're shooting right there and there. And they're thinking when they see you walking in the mall, it's not that time of the month. No. Like, oh no, we just saw your video now. Yeah, that was filmed like 6 days ago.
Yeah, that's what I do. I film in batch so that, because I understand that sometimes you feel like doing nothing at all. You don't want to film. You don't want to interact with anyone. Yeah. You just want to be on your own space. But because we need this bag and the brands need to see that you love what you're doing, you need to be consistent with posting. Yeah. So yeah, do that.
What's the biggest mistake that you think you've ever made working with any brand, whether from negotiating to the type of content you submitted to afterwards?
The biggest mistake. Oh my God. Let me see.
It's a long list, ne? She's trying to go through all of the brands.
Yo, I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever had like struggles with like negotiating, for example? A lot of people have been asking us about negotiating.
Yes.
And how do you know how to charge Miss Rose and how to charge brand X?
Yeah, I think maybe, okay, the privilege that I have, right?
Yeah.
I had from the time I started with social media and stuff is that I never get to go to a brand and be like, can we please work together?
Okay.
Which is the privilege.
All right.
And they always came. And for me, I thank God for that almost every day. And now when it's time for everything dies down, right?
Yeah.
You're not working with any brand and then you feel like, oh, maybe I should reach out.
Yeah.
So you're like, but how do I do that? Because I've never taught.
Yeah.
Right. I think I try by all means to create friendship or what is it? Relationships with people that I work with.
Right.
That's why I always I have a lot of agency people on my content list because I don't want to create I know you guys know each other and the next thing you are red listing me.
List. You know, I told them about the red list, the black list, the gray list.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I try by all means, as much as I can be so mad with an agency, the person who's running and the brand, but I will deal with myself.
Hey, you just humble yourself.
I will humble myself.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
You know. Yes,
look, for what it's worth, we have to do the same. Okay, we have to. But I think you mentioned such an important thing that I really, really hope that upcoming creators and even current creators or well-established creators really, really focus on is relationships. Relationships are so important.
Yes.
Honestly, relationships are really how I've been able to have so many guests because I can go and I can phone because we've established a relationship. It wasn't just that we spoke that one time in 2021 and
but
now because of so remember the relationships. That's why I said be professional, be respectful, research, understand. Oh my. Don't start preaching in here. Deliver.
When you agree on something, deliver.
Yeah.
Don't be that hard night.
Yeah.
I've went through situations where my agency friends are just so mad at people, and because I feel like I have a soft heart.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, please forgive that. No.
Yeah. I feel like I'm also the same where the other people are like, Mutlose, and I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
But some people are literally a pain.
Yeah.
You understand how they communicate. You don't have a respect when you are responding to your emails. And
oh my
like
Lord.
That.
Yeah.
So no one
so
will
it gets
come
really
for
no. Did you hear that? She said nobody will come for you. We won't phone you. No. We will block you or we will put you on the list. Then remember there's many lists. Okay, so let's talk about we're wrapping up because we're flying through this. We have dinner plans. Just so you know. And also, if you're wondering, this tracksuit, today's episode was sponsored by Clouds Clothing. So this tracksuit is a one of one. And we're actually going to be giving away a tracksuit. So keep watching and you're going to learn. It's custom made. It's soft. But let's talk about if advice that you have to people, creators. Somebody who's on 0 followers, for example, now. Or 10 followers, or 100 followers, or 1,000 followers like me, because I don't know all these years and I haven't really. You guys follow me on WhatsApp. You don't follow me on Instagram. Halen subscribe. What advice do you have for them? What do you think that they should focus on to really, really grow?
Okay. I know it's always said, find your niche. Yeah. Sometimes you get swallowed by creation when you're hopping everywhere. Yeah. But it's not bad to try other things and see what works for you. But when you get that, just stick to it. And also remember that not every video is going to do whatever you think it's going to do.
And but you don't stop.
You don't stop. You continue doing. That's where I didn't start on whatever followers I have. I had to start somewhere, right? And also, when you start working with brands, don't be a brand whore. Like,
child, she said it. Okay, she's just dropping these bars today. Governor, today, my editors are gonna finish me. Today,
we are beeping.
I know we are bleeping. We are too much today.
Yes.
But no, I think that's so important because I mean, we spoke about it earlier. Is that authentically, you aren't going to be able to work with each and every brand.
No.
So it is important to hold on and to just keep at it and remember why you're doing it.
Yes,
because you're not necessarily doing it for the bag. The bag is an advantage and it's good to have. But yeah, you're not necessarily doing it for the bag.
I think that's where people crash out because they do it for the bag.
Yeah.
And then you forget, I'm supposed to have fun.
But I'm supposed to have fun. Yes. And then they really do that.
Yeah.
If you could tell, this is the last question. If you could give your day one creator self a message now, what would you say to her?
I would say whatever dreams you have to be the best, creator in South Africa, I think you are going there.
Okay.
And just consistently keep doing what you're doing. I know there's seasons for everything.
Yeah.
Today it can be raining, tomorrow it's shining, but best believe no one will forget your work. As long as you're giving yourself and you're giving your authentic self, you will shine.
I love that.
You will shine, yes.
I love that so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate you driving from all the way where you drove from. I appreciate
Limpopo.
you. Hey, you answer the king because I know Diboya too much. She really did come from Limpopo. Thank you so much for coming, Mpho. I appreciate you. We're going to invite you when we launch the academy. I'm launching an academy for creators.
Oh my God, congratulations with this also.
Oh, I appreciate you.
You must invite
No,
me
you guys
today.
have really, I feel like you guys were like my first creators that really embraced me because I was also kind of new. But you guys, but and even though you guys have had meetings, with the TikTok people and other agencies, I was relatively new. So you guys embraced me. So I'm grateful. So season 2 is all about being grateful to the people that have embraced you. So thank you so much again for coming.
You.
Thank you so much to the team again behind the screens and the cameras. He's opening the door now. I have to go. But no, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Subscription is so important. We see you guys watching the videos. Marahale subscribe. If we all put our hearts together and we all just subscribed, thank you so much for watching. This has been Creator Conversations. Bye.